Today, Apple released iOS 26.2 Beta 2. iOS 26.2 Beta 2 is available to developers, and iOS 26.2 Public Beta 2 should be out soon, hopefully by tomorrow at the latest. Now, this came in at 1.59 gigabytes, that's on my iPhone 17 Pro Max, and was about the same size on the other devices here. Along with this, Apple also released iPadOS 26.2 Beta 2, macOS 26.2 Beta 2, and the other Beta 2 updates for tvOS, HomePodOS, visionOS, and watchOS as well. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the build number. As you can see, the build number is 23C5033H, and this particular build does have a modem update. So if you're coming from Beta 1 to Beta 2, there should be a modem update. Hopefully it helps with overall connectivity and connections with 5G and other things. So that the update is available for the iPhone Air again. They actually removed the build entirely. Now you can download and install it on the iPhone Air. Now as far as new features, well, there was no hello screen this time, but we have a new feature with Apple CarPlay. You can now turn off your pinned messages. So in CarPlay, where it had pinned messages at the top, which I particularly didn't care for, you can now turn them off so it no longer mirrors what you have on your iPhone. Liquid Glass gets a little bit of an update, but now it seems that Apple is bringing those Liquid Glass sort of experiences or animations back with this update. You can see where it says depth effect, it sort of bounces out, and we see the same thing on the home screen. Try and customize here, tap the edit menu, it just sort of bounces into view. Where before, on Beta 1 it doesn't do that, so now it's sort of more animated where it just looks a little bit better, closer to what we had announced at WWDC with the original iOS 26 update. Aside from the animation change, everything seems to be a little bit faster as far as the overall speed. Swiping between the songs like we can do now seems to have a faster animation speed. And if we look at Beta 1 with the animation speed, swiping back and forth compared to Beta 2, it looks like it's sped up a little bit. So overall seems to be a little bit faster. You'll find this throughout, swiping between Home and New and Radio and all of the different menus throughout iOS 26.2 Beta 2. As far as other new features and changes, if we go into the new Games app that was introduced with iOS 26, you'll see we're greeted with a new splash screen. It says filter your library, sort and filter by category, size, and more. I'll show you that in a moment. Also, we have native controller support, so it says navigate the Games app with improved controller support, and also track challenges, scores. So if we tap continue, if we go down to the bottom, go to Library, we have a menu here, and again it pops out with that new animation, and you'll see recent games, name, size on this iPhone, Apple Arcade, and others. So you can scroll down, and then you have categories as well. If we go into the Measure app and then go to the level, it's been redesigned with Liquid Glass. You can see it here as the glass passes over the number here, how it changes just like real glass. So again, as you bring it side to side, you can see that overall effect looks really great. Within settings, if we go into messages, if we scroll down, they've made a change here to clarify things. It says retry as text message. I think it makes a little bit more sense here, where you may want to retry sending a message if iMessage is unavailable. Also, it seems like we have RCS encryption in this update, according to different information in the code, so hopefully carriers support this very soon, but we should have that encryption option. If we go over into the Reminders app, the first time you open it, you'll get a new splash screen going over the new features we talked about with Beta 1. So it says get an alarm, mark a reminder as urgent, and get an alarm when it's due. You can snooze your alarm if you can't get to it right away, and you can stay reminded. So you can just go ahead and tap continue, create new ones, and then automatically have it remind you if you want to. So within the Reminders app, if we go to create it, they've also made a change here. So you'll see it says new reminder, and now we have an urgent switch. Prior to this update, it was a little bit different. If we created a new one, you'll see that we had date and time, but urgent was located underneath time. So now they've made it its own little menu here. So you can enable this and then set maybe a due date and a time to alarm. iOS 26.2 so far includes quite a few new features. We have that Liquid Glass slider on the lock screen, health sleep score updates, podcast updates, news updates, updates to live translation, and maybe some other things as well in the future. And of course go over all of them once it releases to the public. As far as other releases today, well, Apple released their digital ID for passports, but you can find it in the Apple Wallet. If you just go into Wallet here, If you tap the plus button at the top and then go to driver's licenses and ID cards, you'll see digital ID listed under United States. You can go into it and then add a digital ID using your US passport. You can use it at TSA checkpoints and other places in the future. So it's only available in the USA so far. Another thing today, and it's some new games we've been waiting for. Well, really an Apple TV and a HomePod Mini, but yesterday they introduced the iPhone Pocket, which maybe we'll try and get our hands on it, see what it's like. But basically it's a designer pouch for your iPhone. Also, they announced SpongeBob, Patty Pursuit 2, and a few other arcade games. You can see Power Wash simulators coming to Apple Arcade, along with a couple other games as well. So those were announced recently or today, and they should be available soon. When it comes to bugs and bug fixes, well, there's a couple things to talk about that's good news. If we go into the control center, it seems like the ghosting is gone. You'll see it disappears, it just has that nice fade out, and it's much faster swiping between the screens. The same is true when swiping between the widget screen. It no longer drops frames, it's nice and fast and smooth. And also, the overall experience is just faster. Well, dimming bugs still exist, so you'll see how vibrant and nice the wallpaper is. You scroll up, it desaturates a little. Now, this time it may be a little bit more subtle, but it definitely gets a little bit more dim, better than before, so maybe they're fixing it finally. Let me know if you found anything else and how it's going for you in the comments below, and of course I'll link this wallpaper in the description like I normally do. If you haven't subscribed already though, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.